few other things. Now he's doing his own thing and helping us. So welcome to the call, no other than our fearless leader, my pal, Commandant, and true brother for life, Mr. Dwayne Eddings. Mr. Eddings, are you ready?
Yes, I am, Coach P. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. First of all, I want to give it back to you, as always, for just truly being there. Let me just change some things here. 1 second. Let me hit the record button. Okay. So for truly being there and always starting everybody off in a joyful and cheerful mode, we appreciate you thoroughly. So, guys,
thank you. Hit the mute button.
Oh, sorry about that. 1 sec. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Some people are still unmuted, though.
Okay, what's that? Disappearance. Mute all. All right, everybody should be muted now.
Yes, they are.
Perfect. All right, so thank you guys for plugging in. Today's Friday, Class 4. Excited about all the training we've been getting as we prepare to pack up and head down to North Carolina to be with our sister Margaret and the North Carolina team. Everybody give a big congratulations. Margaret hit the bonus with a $500 bonus, her and that team in North Carolina. So we're going to acknowledge them this coming week. Everybody give her a nice unmute real quick, give her a little shout out.
Hey!
All right, congratulations.
And that's how we do. So I'm going to give congratulations for that. Donithia and Charles and Tiffany and Simone, Tiffany and Simone, that's the same person. Tiffany and Tina are down in North Carolina already. I'm getting her prepped and ready for her big debut tomorrow. We got about a carload of people coming in from New Jersey. We got a bunch of folks coming in from Raleigh and from South Carolina. So we should have a phenomenal event tomorrow morning. We are going to live stream that event. So all of you, that's all over the country. We're going to ask you to join in. It's going to be the same exact meeting ID we're on right now. I believe that event starts at 11:30. So we're going to stream the whole event so that you can be a part of it as well and see how all the things we do. We're going to stream everything from the very beginning, from how they do the Mo Zone to break the room. We're going to stream the whole entire thing so you can see the system as it should be done, that we can duplicate. You know, this is all about R&D, rip off and duplicate. So with that being said, what I want to do is turn the call over to Charles and Anithia. We're going to hear today about the different type of annuities. A lot of us are in that age group and have a lot of friends in that age group with a baby boomer era that's about to retire, or we're looking to retire. We're looking to roll over some money, and we're trying to get out of those things we were not taught about early on, but now it's still not too late to take advantage of the better options for our families. So we're going to start off with that, and then they're going to end it with our top 25. WFG also has a lead generation, which kind of talks to you about how to get your top 25. So they're going to share that, because I truly believe we get every little bit counts, every little bit helps, and we're definitely going to utilize everything that we can to win in this opportunity. So with that being said, let me turn it over to you, Charles and Anithia, and thank you guys for truly being the leaders that you are. Tina and Tiffany, thank you guys for being our uplines and really just standing in the gap and getting everything done, and understanding and realizing and building a team. It takes a village, and we truly, truly appreciate you guys as well. So Tina, Anithia, I turn over to you.
All right. Can you hear me okay, Dwayne?
Hear you loud and clear.
Great. All right. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in to training number, let's see, this is what, training number 4? Okay. On this Friday, we are here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we're going to go ahead and get this training started. We're going to talk about annuities on the first half of this training, and then on the second half, we're going to talk about the top 25 or inventory. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over. I'm going to turn it over. Hold on a second. We hear some echo. You might just need to log that one off. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Charles Powell. Charles, are you there? Uh-oh, maybe he's muted. Charles Powell, are you there? Okay. Don't hear Charles. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and dive right into it until he decides to come on. Not sure where he is, but he's in a totally different location than where I am. So,
what is Charles's cell phone?
It's 445788114.
Okay, it looks like he got knocked off. I'm gonna text him back.
Okay. Okay. Well, while he's doing that, I'll go ahead and let's talk about annuities. First of all, when it comes to annuities, just keep in mind that, we actually start off with what is called a financial needs analysis. And inside of that financial needs analysis, it usually helps us to identify where the money is and if that money qualifies to be rolled over into an annuity. Now, we were talking a little bit yesterday, and I wanted to make sure that we're clear that an annuity and a 7702 plan, which is the cash accumulation in a life insurance policy, or that IUL, are two totally different things. So again, an annuity, whether it's fixed or variable, and with your life and health license, you're able to help assist people to get annuities on the fixed side. Anytime you talk about a variable annuity, now you're needing a securities license. Okay, so with a life and health license, you are able to help assist people with annuities. So that's how extremely important that life and health license is. Okay, and again, the 7702, or the cash accumulation in a life insurance policy, is in that third column. For those of you who are at a computer and you can see my screen, over to the right, you see the taxable column, you see the tax deferred column, and then you see the tax advantage column. Now, if someone had a job at a previous employer, with a previous employer, and they had a 401k, then it doesn't make sense for them to leave that 401k there with that company. It makes sense. There Mr. Powell is. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, great. All right, so I went ahead and got started talking until you came on board. But Mr. Powell, again, you guys have close to 30 years in the industry and have been doing, he actually trained me even prior to coming to World Financial Group. So I'm going to turn it over to him and let him go ahead and start talking about the annuity aspect of everything.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm going to stop messing with this computer and just dive right into it. Annuities. So the first thing, again, we want to do is identify where to find annuity business. One area that we're going to look for annuity business, as we know that people are retiring early, a lot early, particularly baby boomers. You have people retiring at 55, 56, 57, in their 50s now. So when you hear about individuals retiring, they have rollover money. They have money that they need to move over into another vehicle. This money that needs to be moved into another vehicle is going to be called qualified money. Qualified money. So qualified money simply means it has not been taxed yet. So when you roll over a qualified plan or qualified money, you have to roll it over into another qualified program. So qualified money is rolled over to a qualified program, okay? Because it has not been taxed yet. All right, so when that's qualified money, and number two is non-qualified money. Number one is qualified money. Number two is non-qualified money. Non-qualified money has already been taxed. This is money that's usually sitting in CDs, savings accounts, under the mattress. This money has been taxed already. So that's called non-qualified money. So non-qualified is rolled over into a non-qualified program. Hope that helps you out a lot. So identifying annuity money. You can roll over money for the federal government, IRS, CDC, United States Postal Service, Supreme Court, any federal government entity at age 59 and a half, they can roll over their money and at retirement. So once a person becomes 59 and a half in the federal government, there are a lot of federal government workers. This is where most of my rollover money takes place, in the federal government. Most of it is with the postal system, some with the IRS. You can roll over that money at 59 and a half to something safe and at retirement time. So why would a person choose to roll over their money from their TSP, thrift savings plan, that the federal government offers? Well, as you know, in 2008, these individuals took a big hit. They lost a lot of money because of the stock market crash. If they don't have it in a safe fund, the government fund, which is a G fund, there are different funds, which I won't get into currently. It'll be another topic. There are different funds in the thrift savings plan and TSPs. And most of the individuals, the majority of the individuals had their money in the stock fund, which they took a hit of maybe 30%. They lost thousands of dollars. They have experienced that already in their pension, their TSP. So that's why at age 59 and a half, they're willing to have that conversation to roll this money over in something safer, which it will be something safe, and it's going to provide a moderate return, a pretty decent return. Then you have your indexed annuities. A lot of people don't know about indexed annuities. Just like you have index IULs, you have index annuities. Simply means you can't lose in a money game. When the market goes down, you have a floor. The floor can be zero, but your principal is always protected. You will never lose any money. When the market goes up, you're locking in. When the market goes down, you don't participate in the losses. When the market goes up, you're locking in. All right, So qualified, non-qualified, opportunities, government employees, retirement time. Then you have corporations. Corporations, I think I read an article, corporations are no longer wanting really to handle 401ks anymore or retirement money. And I think there's a list coming out. I'll get that to you guys of corporations that you can go into and immediately start rolling over money. So identifying what a rollover is, number one, FNA, when you do a financial needs analysis on an individual, I think Anita can get in that in more detail. I saw it on the screen there. It'll show you what they have as far as in their 401ks, their thrift savings programs, and all types of retirement vehicles will be identified in the FNA. I hope that was a quick synopsis on how we roll over money. Any questions for me, Anita, or anyone on the call? Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah, we hear you, Charles. Does anybody have any questions with regards to these annuities, these qualified or non-qualified plans? This is the master. We got somebody got with 30 years of experience that's paving the way for us. So definitely take advantage of this. One quick question, Charles. In regards to us marketing this, one only has to have the health and life license. Is that correct?
Health and life license, that is correct. And the annuity training, which is really, really easy. It takes about an hour to do the annuity training. And each company, for example, if it's Voya, if it's Nationwide, if it's a theme, they have their own certifications that you do. But this is nothing like studying for the exam. We're talking about you can do it in 45 minutes to an hour. And some of the training already provides the answers for you. So don't get scared because you have to do more training. Go ahead.
Nice. So the training that you're talking about is in the bundle package.
Yes.
When they sign up for the anti-money laundering, and they should choose the bundle package, which will include the annuity training. Is that correct?
Correct. Exactly.
If while you're showing the screen, maybe you can show people where they can receive that, because we got a lot of licensed people already in place, and that's something you need to get done right away as we're getting you appointed, is getting your training done, choosing your bundle package and doing your anti-money laundering and your annuities, and I think it's a third one.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me, Dwayne?
Yes, hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, guys. So when you're going into my WFG, you want to go in, log in, and hopefully everyone has set up, their password and everything to get into the system. See here. You want to go to menu. My internet connection. You want to administration. Hold on one second here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's good. It's licensing and appointment. I'm sorry, guys. You want to go to licensing and appointment. Then you want to go to licensing. Then you go over here to AML course. So again, you go to menu, licensing and appointments, then licensing, and then AML course. You click on AML course. Then once you click on that, it's going to take you to this site, and you click here to continue. And my internet is a little bit slow. Okay, then it's going to pull up another site, and it's going to take you to Kaplan site. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Then once you get to the Kaplan site, as you can see here, it's going to say, AML is $9.95, long-term care is $14.25. But I want you to continue to go until you see the bundle course, which is Total Access CE, $29.95. It includes the AML, the long-term care, and the annuities training. So that's going to be the cheapest route to go, is to get it bundled, all three of them together. And then you go here and select your state. So if you're, I'm in Georgia, so I would select Georgia, and then I click here to enroll. Then once you click the enroll button, it's going to take you to another screen that allows you to add it to your cart. Okay, and then you just simply add it to the cart, proceed to check out, and then it will allow you to pay for the courses. And then once you've paid for the courses, once you proceed to check out, you can always go here and access your courses once it's been paid. But you want to go all the way to the bottom and click continue. And so it'll just take you right through it. And then once you've set up your account, then you'll always be able to go back and access the account, do your annuities training. Now, and then you also want to make sure that you are appointed with that particular annuity company as well, which will most likely be Nationwide, Athene, and Charles, what is another top annuity? I think Athene, Nationwide, and what is
Voya.
And Voya. Okay.
Yeah, those are the top two we deal with, is Nationwide and Athene.
Yes.
Athene pays the bonus money if needed, and Nationwide has the highest payout of any country. of any company in the country.
And Charles, do you want to say anything about the suitability or anything? Because they have to make sure that they're not taking all of their funds, putting it inside of the annuity and not having anything liquid. So guys, there will be a suitability that the company will make sure that the person doesn't have 100% of all of their monies tied up, because some of the companies will charge a penalty for going in there within a certain number of years. Charles, do you want to speak on that, or you want me to?
In the rollover, you have a suitability paperwork. Each company has their own suitability paperwork. For example, is all about how you fill out the paperwork, of course, correctly. When you're dealing with rollovers from qualified money to qualified programs, I have rolled over the total amount. And I also have rolled over, like, for example, $100,000 was in a client's TSP. She wanted to take $20,000 out to buy a car, which she was able to do that, but that was taxed. But the $80,000 that was remaining was not taxed. So there is suitability paperwork involved, and when you get to that point, and like I did, when you get to that point, there's going to be more coaching involved. So when you get to that point, of course, give myself a call or Nithya a call, and we'll make sure that you have the proper paperwork filled out. Also, there's Crump, our agency that deals with annuities. They will pretty much guide you through the paperwork also, and how to fill out the paperwork in doing rollovers. But you have suitability paperwork, you have the application, you have the suitability paperwork, and other paperwork that is involved. And each company has their own paperwork. That's the thing. They have their own paperwork that they use. All right.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So now, if there's no more questions about the annuity part, I want to go into talking to you guys about when you bring a brand new person on board. And I want to pick back up from where we left off on yesterday. When I was talking to you guys about the earn the right, you remember I was telling you that when you go out and you talk to someone and you go through this earn presentation with them, asking them about where their money is, how old were they when they got their first paycheck. These are some real serious pain points for people, knowing that they were 16 years old and now let's just say they're 55 right now, and the amount of money that they've put aside is not, it's nowhere near where they want it to be. So once you've done that, and say, for instance, a person decide, or even after they've come to our BPM and they see that, hey, I see myself in this picture, I would love to come on board and, make some of this money. So when that happens and they decide to come on board, it's going to be important that we do a follow-up with them and then a fast start. In order to get them off to a fast start, this is what we do. And I'm going to go right here. We have what is called an associate's manual that I'll make sure that I copy should want him to put into the Dropbox. But when a person first comes on board, we first of all need to find out, their level of commitment. Okay, we go through the team, affirmations, the team motto, and culture and characteristic builders. So never miss meetings. If you have an office to go to, we don't want you to ever miss meetings when it comes to learning about this business. So, so read up on that. But then I really want to get to the top 25 list. That's what my main focus is right here today with you guys. When a person first comes on board, they're in business now for themselves. And just like opening a restaurant, who do you want to come into your restaurant? Do you want just one person to come into your restaurant? You can't be successful with just one person knowing about your business. You want everyone that you know to know about the business that you're in. Same thing here with this business. We need everybody that they know to at least know about it. So what we do is we do what is called a top 100 list. And we have a memory jogger here. And I don't know why this is not opening up as wide as I would like for it to. But on the memory jogger, you know, we're helping them to identify people to put on their top 100 list. We're not asking for any phone numbers at this point. We're just getting them to jog their memory and to put down on the top 100 list everybody that they know. And as you see right here, who's your sister-in-law, your brother, your uncle, your cousin, your maid of honor, who was your best man. So you're just calling out. Now, here's the thing. There is a fast start kit that we have. You do not give that fast start kit to them to walk away with it to, hey, bring me these names back later. No, this is your inventory. So you want to help them to come up with, what happened to, there we go. You want them to come up with these names and numbers while you're sitting there. So what you're gonna do is put each one of these names right here on the memory jogger or on the top 100 name list. Now, let me tell you what we're going to do with those top 100 names. As you can see the profile here with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well, what we do is, can I see your manual, yours? You have it? No, yeah, that one right there. Sorry, guys. Because it's not opening up all the way, I have one actually right here in my hand, and you guys will receive one of these from Dwayne in the Dropbox. But at the very bottom of the page, that number 1 represents a person who's at least 25 years or older. So if that person is at least 25 years old, you're going to put a little slash through that first number 1 there. If they're married, you're going to put a slash through the number 2, because at the bottom it's giving you what the profile is. And then number 3 is if they have dependent children, not the grown people who are still living at home with mom and dad, putting the name in the cereal box, okay? We're talking about, you know, dependent children. Number 4 is homeowner. Number 5 is going to be business background. And then now is the part that you guys can see. Number 6 is income. It's showing right here, 50,000 or more per year, okay? Now, those people that I just mentioned, we actually call that a macho market, people who are married. That's for the M. The A is for age 25 or older. The C in macho is for dependent children. The H is for homeowner, and the O is for occupation, or at least having an income. So that's macho. Now, the next group that we're going to talk about are bad, people who are business-minded, ambitious, and dissatisfied. So if a person is macho and bad, they represent all 8 of these. Now what we're going to do with this top 100 list that have all the 8s on it, all the way from 1 to 8, now we're going to take that and put it on what is called the top 25 list, because from the top 100, we're going to create the top 25, and we want best of best to be on that top 25 list. Now, guys, keep in mind, if you bring 5 people on board in your business, if you bring 5 people on board in your business in a month, you should have sat down with each one of them and come up with a top 25 list for each one. So that's 125 names, and those names actually go to you. All right. So that's the top 25 list. This is how we compose that top 25 list. Again, we do it from that top 100 name list. And as you can see on the top 100 name list, we're not asking for phone numbers yet, because everybody on the top 100 list may not make it to the top 25. Because the people that we are not really too interested in talking to as having a client, because you want to maximize your time, you want to maximize your efforts. So it's important that you stay in the right market, and that will also help to enable you to make the most money that you can make, and without them canceling their policies or charging back or anything like that. So staying in the right market is vital, and is so important in this industry to stay in that right market. And the right market, or the target market for us, is people who are married, over 25, with dependent children, homeowners, and they have an occupation. They need what we have more than anybody else. So what we don't want is a person who's under 25, living at home with mom and dad, no job, again, sleeping on the couch. Not saying that they don't need coverage, they do, but that person may not be able to afford to pay for that. So those are not the people that we're going after. Now, for the people who are macho, you would take the new business partner that you have, and you would say, okay, this is someone that we want to go and see. So then you want to find out from that new person some information about, that person that is on the top 25 list. You want to find out, what is their motivation? Is this person, are they family oriented, or are they, someone who likes helping other people? But bottom line, a macho client is someone that you will get in your car, drive, and go and see. Someone who is business-minded, ambitious, and dissatisfied, those are the people that we want to have to come out to an office if you have a local office that you go to. And Dwayne, I'm not sure if we really talked about, because see, I'm training based on how we do it here in Atlanta, but I think we're doing something a little bit different with the group. And maybe we can talk offline about local offices or whatever, because this thing can be done with local office as well as without, because the main thing is that they get in front of people and share with them what it is that they have to offer. Okay, so Dwayne, I guess you and I can talk a little bit more about that. But are there any questions about this top 100 and top 25 list?
Can you hear me okay, Lisa?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, first of all, excuse me. First of all, let me just start off by saying great training as always. But before we ask questions, we have a very unique situation, guys, with our group. We're scattered all over the country. But one thing we've learned and mastered is social media, and utilizing live streams and different things to really capture our audience and train you. We will find local offices as long as they're doing this in a similar aspect, because people could be in the same company but having a completely different system. And we want to make sure that you guys are getting the best of the best. So what we're going to do, and now this training was perfect. That kind of leads me in to our lead generation with HLC. So here's the beauty. While if you're a brand new and you're still going for your license and you're excited about making this work, we also recognize that everybody needs to eat. Everybody wants to make money. So we cannot legally pay you a commission until you are licensed through WFG. However, HLC is a completely different company. We're a lead generation company, and I can pay you a bonus, and I can pay you a lead referral from HLC. So this is what we're going to do. In our lead referral program, if somebody just refers, whether they're in the business, if they're not in business with us, they get a straight $100 referral. However, those of you that are involved in WFG, and as you're doing your training sales, that's also going to be considered a referral through HLC. Now, you have to be a member of HLC. Some of you that's already members, you got to just do your renewal and just text me for the renewal code. And those of you that's brand new with us, you will just register to HLC. It's a one-time cost of $49.95. It's HLClifestyles.com, and that's going to put you in under the lead generation program. And how it's going to work, I'm going to run a new promotion. So the bonus, the promotion for June is going to be this. Before I say that, hold on. For those that's involved in HLC-WFG in our group, we're going to give you $125 elite referral bonus, if you will, for doing your training sales. Now, the first one you don't get because your personal sale goes up to your sponsor. But those of you that do 10 personal training sales in the month of June, not only will you get 125 times the 10, which is $1,250, I'm going to throw on top of that another $500 bonus. That's $1,750 you can make while you're going for your license through HLC through our lead referral bonus. Margaret did 5 in 2 weeks. So definitely you could do 10. And all you're doing is introducing. You're just introducing, and we're going to have one of our trainers, whether it be Tiffany or Tina or Anita or myself or one of our licensed people, who's going to do this. Now, you have to be at the level 55 to be a trainer, meaning you have to be a senior associate. So let me tell you what's going to happen for you. Not only will you earn $1,750, which is awesome, you're also going to be promoted to senior associate. So now you got your license and you come out the gate and you will be the trainer for the next group of people coming in. Because I'm going to go full steam in June after this convention. I'm telling you, guys, you know me. You guys, those who've been with me, know me. And I'm telling you, we're going to go full throttle after this convention. So I'm giving you time. I'm giving you 2 to 3 weeks to do what you need to do. Get your training sales out the way, learn this business, and get licensed so we can get paid. Get back to you, Nisa.
Wow. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Dwayne has just taken an already great system and just have magnified it times 10. So I am super excited to see what this team, you guys on this call should really, feel honored to be a part of what Dwayne has got you guys involved with at this juncture. I don't know what, since that your past junctures have been great and super and all of that, but I think this one is getting ready to be a game changer, because the amount of money that you can make on this side is unlike probably nothing else that you've ever seen before. So I'm super excited about that. So not only do you have a system here that already gives you, to put you as a trainer, to put you in front of someone else's market, because first of all, the reason why WFG have the system set up the way that it does is, as a brand new business owner, as a brand new person coming on board with the company, the reason why our system makes so much sense is because of this. They're getting trained through their warm market. What better person to go out and do field training appointments with than the people that you know? But you have an expert that is actually in charge of helping you to be introduced to your market. Because as a brand new person coming into this business, if I have an uncle who has $500,000 and I'm brand new, my uncle is not going to say, here, take my $500,000 and roll it over. But if I bring a trainer with me, someone who is certified, somebody who have their license, someone who have had training, and I introduce my uncle to the trainer, guess what? And I'm edifying that trainer, because there's even a script for that. There's an edification that we go through when we let the uncle know that, hey, this is my trainer. He's helped hundreds of people to take their monies to a different level, to make sure that they don't lose it, things of that nature. Now you're edifying that trainer. Now your uncle is willing to sit down and have a conversation, but you're learning it through the trainer. So the system that is already in place is great, but Dwayne has just taken a great system and made it even better. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. Now, the scripts that goes along with this, an example, a reference to it real quick. There are some scripts that we will be going over probably maybe the next call, the next training. But one of my favorite scripts is this. I'm just going to go ahead and introduce you to this one right now. And I'm looking at one that I have in my hand. It may be a little bit different from this one, from this particular script. Yeah, it is. Okay. So what I will say to some of the people on the top 25 list is this, especially if they're business-minded, ambitious, and they're dissatisfied. I may say to them, hello, may I speak to, let's just say the person's name is Doris. Doris, we're going to use your name, okay? Hello, may I speak to Doris, please? And as a trainer, I'm going to say, well, my name is Anita Powell, and I'm a manager with Transamerica in our Atlanta office. I'm calling in reference to Dina, okay? Dina is coming aboard with our firm and gave your name as a character reference. Do you have a quick minute to answer a few questions? It'll be real quick. And then I'm going to say, you know, how do you know Dina? And then Doris will tell me, how long have you known her? Can you tell me a little bit about her work ethic? When it comes to getting along with others, is she good with people? And then I'm going to say, our firm only works with people of high integrity, loyalty, strong work ethics, and that are committed to long-term success. Do you think Doris has these traits? And can you tell me a little bit about her integrity? Well, guess what? People are wanting to help that new person that has come on board with you. So our scripts that we have are powerful. Then I'm going to say, excellent. Our company educates families by showing them how to save more money, pay less in taxes, and how to retire earlier. Do you feel that Doris would be successful in this field? And then they're going to tell me, because they're trying to help Doris to do all of this, right? Well, great. You're pretty much confirming how we felt about Doris and why we're extending her the opportunity. Well, guess what? Psychologically, we're already going to extend Doris that opportunity, but they have no idea about that, right? So, and then I'll say to them one more thing. Doris will be entering our financial training program, which includes getting her licenses for financial services and also requires her to complete 10 training appointments to get comfortable with what we do. Doris said that you'd probably be nice enough to help her by being one of her field training appointments. You wouldn't mind helping her out, right? And if this is Doris's best friend or this is Doris's sister or aunt, of course they're going to help Doris out. So this is how we get into the door. We get into the door with the new business partners, warm market. And then I'll say, fantastic. You will be meeting with Doris and one of her field trainers. It will only take about 30 minutes of your time, or evenings or weekends best for you. And then you set a time to go within 24 to 48 hours. And once again, I want to thank you for your time and helping Doris to take the next steps to becoming successful with our company. So guys, I can't wait for you guys to get your hand on some of the scripts that we have. The scripts that we have are phenomenal. Doris would even be able to call her best friend herself and say, there's another script that we have, it's called the Ethor script, E-T-H-O-R. You know, Doris would say, you know, to her best friend, hey, you know, and have small talk with her best friend, how are the kids and everything? But guess what? I don't know if you heard or not, but I just got started working with this company and I'm really excited about it. And I'm in their training program. That's the E. The E is excited. The T is training. I'm in their training program and I can really use your help. You know, you'll help me out, won't you? And she'll say, what? Most of the time people think that you're needing money, and they'll be relieved to know that, hey, I need to complete 10 training appointments with my trainer in the next 2 weeks to qualify for a promotion. It takes only about 30 minutes. Could you be one of my 10? And if that's your friend, they're going to ask you, well, sure, I'll help you out. Or what if they say, well, what's the name of the company? Well, you've heard of Transamerica, right? And then so they'll either say yes or no. And then if they may ask you, well, do I have to buy anything? No, you don't buy anything. It's just for my training. Then in the future, maybe you can give me some referrals. Sounds good. And you get in the door with these scripts, guys. I'm telling you, when the system is ran properly, the system will run your business. Everything that you can possibly think of, the company have already thought of it, and we have solutions for it for you as a business owner moving forward. The name of the game with this business is the more people that you get in front of and share our story with, the more you will make money. Point blank, period. The person who actually introduces this to the most people will make significant money. And I want to also introduce and encourage you guys to do this as well. I've been telling you to make sure that you learn the BPM, the business presentation meeting, because again, the name of our business is getting people in front of large groups. So if you decide to have a grand opening, like say for instance at your home, you invite people out and you do this presentation in front of them, guaranteed some people are going to want to become clients. Some of them are going to want to become business partners, or both. So that's what we specialize in doing, is just keeping this message in front of people. And this is the seminar business. We just so happen to do financial services, but this is a seminar business. So those of you who are really good at getting in front of group and organizing a group of people, which is the way my husband and I were able to secure the senior marketing director position so quickly is because we had 2 really large home BPMs at our home. And we set people there and we did the presentation. As a matter of fact, at the time, I was not giving presentations because I was so new. I leveraged my leadership to do that for me. But with you being in different cities, different states, things of that nature, that business presentation is not hard to do at all. It's not hard to do. But my husband and I will be coming to New Jersey. We have to sit down and coordinate with Margaret and with Tina and with Tiffany to see when we're coming. But we will be coming to New Jersey next. And if any of you in your prospective states can get at least a minimum of, I would say at least 30 to 50 people together, then we can also come to your state and do a big grand opening for you as well. So, we just need to make sure that you have that number there. So as you bring people into your business, you and your new business partner invite people out, and we will do what we need to do to get to your state as well and show you, how this thing is ran. Now, I believe that Dwayne will be live streaming. I think that's what it's called. I'm not up on these technical terms, but I believe he will be doing a live streaming of the event for tomorrow, and you'll have an opportunity to see firsthand how we're going to bring the flavor from Atlanta to Charlotte to show you guys how, a Mozone should look. We're going to show you how the presentation should be. And the main thing, guys, is just being able to connect with your audience. So many people are in debt. So many people are paying lots of money in taxes in their retirement accounts, and they will. So a lot of the things that they're going through, we have solutions for it. And when we bring it up or mention it, they see themselves in our story. So having the solutions for all of these things, it just puts you in a position, again, like I say over and over again, it just puts you in a position to make a lot of money. So with that, Dwayne, if you would like, we can open up to any questions that they have at this point. But again, today, just to recap, annuities, make sure you go in there and do your annuity training. My WFG has lots of information in there about annuities once you go in there and do that training. Also, the top 100 list and the top 25 list, that is your inventory. And do not send them away with the top 25 list and say, fill this out and get it back to me. No, you need to sit down with them and go through that top 25 list. And then we can show you which one of the scripts to use in order to make that phone call to those people so that you can get in front of them. And you sit down and show them either that earn the right or the boom boom. And guess what? They're going to say, okay, I need to get one of those financial needs analysis, and it's complimentary. So we have the solutions. Any questions at this time?
Before we take questions, Alethea, let me just add on.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, we just have different names for this, but you guys, you remember we call them PBRs, which is private business receptions, and they call what they call the phone thing. We call it dialing for dollars. Dialing for dollars is when you're inviting people. So it's the same thing, just different terminology. But we're going to bring back what you guys are accustomed to, our worldwide live streamed webinar. So that's when every city comes together and they invite a bunch of people to their house, and everybody they connect their computer to their TV with all their people in their home, and we'll do one presentation across the country in every one of your homes at the same exact time. We'll run a bonus, a promo. Who had the most people at their home will win something. We'll run a promo. Who signs the most people up that day? We're going to have a lot of fun with this, but most importantly, you're going to be able to make a lot of money. So to all my licensed people, so I didn't leave you out. Just like Margaret did 5 people, and she did it in 2 weeks. Another criteria is they have to have their own personal plans. So Margaret's got it done up to the last minute. She was getting it done last night. She's like, I got it midnight. I got it done. Did I win? I said, yes, you won. I know Corey just came on board. Corey, make sure you get your personal plan done before I get down there tonight. And I'm going to tell you something. We're going to make sure that you guys win. And all you have to do is follow the leader. Follow the leader. I'll never ask you to do something I'm not willing to do myself. When we do our nationwide power hour, that's when all of our cities get on the phone at the same time. We used to do that Sundays at 7, 8. You guys remember that? Everybody makes people over to their house because there's strength in numbers. Most people are scared to pick up the phone. But when you're around a group of people and you're feeding off each other's energy, it becomes easy. So those of you in Chicago, those of you in Ohio, those of you in Texas, those of you in New York and New Jersey, I'm telling you something. We're going to make this happen the big way. So here's the deal for our licensed people. If you do what Margaret did in 2 weeks, I'm going to give you the month of June, you need to personally recruit 5 people and make sure they get their personal plans, just like Margaret did. You got 30 days. And and you'll get another $500 bonus as well. As Oprah says, $500 for you, $500 for you. And I'm going to tell you something, we're going to recognize you at our convention. And we want you to be there. We're going to recognize you. We're going to stand you up, whether you go across that stage. If you're not licensed, you may not go across the stage, but you're going to be recognized big time in our team gathering and team meeting. And we're going to talk about how we took this group from 30 ragtime army to 3,000 in 45 days. That's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to teach you guys how to have hundreds and hundreds of people in your organization and make money off of people that you'll never, ever meet a day in your life. I'm excited about this. And you guys haven't seen me sound like this in a minute. I'm really excited about this. And I'm telling you something. This is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. So I'm eliminating the excuse. I am eliminating the excuse. You have no excuse, so I got to go get licensed because you're going to make money while you go get licensed. The only criteria, go to HLC-Lifestyles.com, including you, Tina and Tiffany, because you guys are going to be trainers as well. You'll be training these people. And here's the beauty. Those that's unlicensed, we can't pay you through WFG. We cannot pay you a commission unless you're licensed through WFG. But through HLC, I can pay you. Now, you'll get a 1099 because it's not free money. You'll get a 1099 at the end of the year from HLC because we're paying this money out. And there are licensed people. I'm going to give all the details and send that out to everybody. So everybody will have all the details. But you have something special. And I'm going to tell you, as I drive, we're about to drive to North Carolina. So while Jamie's driving, I'm going to lay this all out, lay all the details. And then tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to go over the scripts. We're going to go over the thing. We're going to do is like a super Saturday, from the presentation to training. And we're going to stream the whole thing. Everything I do, every presentation I do, I stream it because our group is all over the country. Everything I do is a live stream. I tie it into our YouTube channel. I tie it into our Facebook Live, and I tie it through our Zoom. Everything I do. So you are hitting the masses and people you don't know who follow you. I got 5,000 followers in every one of my streams, and some of them 10,000. And as soon as we hit a video, they jump on. Guys, I'm telling you, we're going to have to light this thing up in a major, major way. I want you guys to get paid. My passion is to see the masses win. My passion is to watch you guys go from zero to hero. My passion is to create the most six-figure earners in the shortest period of time in WFG history. That's my people. You got a question, unmute your line, ask your question.
Wow, I'm just still reveling in what you said. Yes, this is Doris. I have a question. I'm talking to people and I'm trying to get them involved in the business. Until we have the BPMs or the online BPMs, what would you recommend when I say I'm going to give them something to follow up? Like, what would you recommend I give them? Because like when I first came in, I had that presentation that you sent me to look at. Do you recommend I give that? Like, what should I give them to move them along the process?
Doris, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I'm going to put Margaret on the line because I feel like she's qualified now with having brought 5 people on board without, she told me, she said, Anithia, before you get to Charlotte, she said, I will have 5 people. She said, Anithia, I'm going to win this $500 that Dwayne has put out there as an incentive. And she did that. So with her being in Charlotte, my first time meeting her was yesterday, and she brought 5 people on board. Let me have her to speak on how she was able to effectively bring those 5 people on board and how she already have them in class training and things of that nature. So I'm going to turn it over right now to Margaret Williamson. Margaret?
Hi, Louise. How are you?
Hi, Margaret. I'm great. Thank you. And you?
I'm doing great. What I tell the people is that we're teaching Middle American what the 5% of the wealthy people know about money that we don't know. And not only is that educated and that's something that's real, you pique their interest. And when I pique their interest, I also give them that video. And that's what, calls them to come back to me, because I send out the video. And then when they call me, I tap into their insight in that area. And that gives them the chance to be able to say, I want to know more. So that's how I bring them on.
So are you talking about that video? Is it the same video, Dwayne, you gave me in the beginning? Is that the video?
It is, because he gave it to me.
Okay.
You're talking about the BPM, correct?
Right. The BPM.
The first BPM that I did, which, like I said, I will be doing when he live streams tomorrow. It will be a slightly different BPM than the one that Margaret has been sending out. I'm going to send out the one that talks about people are living paycheck to paycheck. So many people will be able to see themselves even more so in the presentation that I will be giving tomorrow. But he will be recording it and live streaming it on tomorrow. And also what she's talking about is she finds out what their hot buttons are. So once, say for instance, someone is telling her that, they need to make, a certain amount of money. She lets them know that, hey, with what we have here, because so many people don't know about it, it's a great opportunity to learn it and then be able to make money from it. So she's finding out what their hot buttons are, which is the same thing that we do over and over again. And in every step of the process with what we do, if you can learn the psychology behind what we do, if you can intrigue people, to what it is that we do, then you're putting yourself in a position to just win, all the way around. So again, putting the video out there, she'll put it out there, and then she'll find out from them. One of the good follow-up questions that you can find out what their hot buttons are is, once they've seen the video, you can say to them, what was it that intrigued you the most about what you saw? Because when they come out of the BPM that we do here, in Atlanta live, I'll ask them when they come out. I don't say, well, what do you think? Never ask someone, what do you think? Say, what intrigued you the most? Okay, so again, most of what we do is about the words that we use. It's about the words that we use in terms of this business. And I believe Dwayne have something in Dropbox about the right words to use and the wrong words to use when it comes to this business. So I want to employ every person that is on this call to learn the words of this business, to become a student of this business. This stuff, if you practice this stuff, it will make you millions of dollars. Okay. Doris, do you have any other questions on that? Are we clear?
Yes, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Good morning. This is Kenneth. I don't have a question. I just want to respond to Dwayne's excitement. He is correct. I have not seen him like this in a very, very long time. He got me excited right now. He got me so excited that I'm going to be in the Bahamas tomorrow, and I am definitely going to buy that internet package to stream and be a part of this event down in Charlotte. I wanted to be in Charlotte, but I'm on vacation, but I'm definitely going to be part of it through the live stream. So,
all right. Well, thank you.
Giving us this information, and I'm definitely going to get that 6-figure income in that time period.
All right. Well, we're here to help you get that. That's the beauty of it, because again, unlike corporate, the more that we help you guys to make your 6 figures, the more it pushes us up to make 6 and 7 figures. So I love the whole idea and the concept behind this company and the way that they've structured everything. The more you reach down to help pull someone else up, the more you pulling yourself up. And then you in turn turn around and reach and pull someone else up. And then that's doing nothing more than helping to pull yourself up. So the more people you help, the more money you make. Man, I've never seen anything else like it. And then on top of it, we just so happen to have some of the best products nationwide. Hands down, we have the best products nationwide. That living benefit is awesome. And then we have the highest payout. And if there's a handful of companies that may have some living benefits, but to get paid up to 90% of the death benefit, no one else can touch it. So you guys are you're actually on the brink of something that's huge. And with every 7 seconds, someone turning 65 in our country, every 7 seconds, someone is turning 65. That's over 10,000 people a day for the next 20 years. These people have no idea what to do with their retirement money when they're coming out. The annuities that Charles Powell was talking about earlier, there are some annuity products to where it guarantees them an income for life. Most people, without having that money inside of something like that, they will outlive their money, because people are living to be over 100 years old now. So that's one of the biggest fears for seniors, and we have solutions for all of that stuff and more. So I'm excited. Dwayne's excited. I'm excited. I think Tina, Tip, everybody's excited. And so let's take this excitement and go fill up our bank accounts. All right, Dwayne, I'll turn it back over to you.
Awesome. I'm glad everybody's excited. I'm telling you something, guys. We're going to sit down with Charles, and we're going to get this annuity thing down, make sure everybody does that annuity training. I'm going to look at the numbers of that. We'll probably add that on, because all of you, or most of you, are baby boomers, and those of you that are not baby boomers know baby boomers. So, like Anita and Charles said, people are retiring now, 55, or if not retiring, they're getting laid off. They're getting downsized, more so even than retiring, and they need to take that money and do something with it. So that's going to be a powerful conversation. I want you to learn, and actually, Charles, if you can just talk real quick as to what they can earn on a rollover. I know you just did a rollover, and I think you did a rollover for $100,000, and he made a $4,000 commission. So if you could just talk to the commissions for a second on rolling over money.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what you do, you take it's going to be 6% of the premium. For example, $100,000, 6% of that at your contract level. Then at your contract level, that would be your commission. All right. So if they're rolling over 100,000, 6% of that, whatever contract level you are, if you're at training associate, or senior associate, or a MD, or a senior marketing director, at your contract level, that would be your commission. You guys got
Everybody got that? Let's break it down the numbers. 100,000 times 6% of 6,000 times, let's say, by the time, even if you are not licensed right now, guys, and you get licensed, doing your training sales, then you'll come out as a 55% contract. It'll be 55%. Now, you can't earn on this until you're licensed, but you'll get 55% of that 6,000. Is that correct, Charles?
Yes, exactly. Wait. Yeah, you're correct. 6%.
So that's awesome. That's awesome. That's a little over $3,000, guys. That's actually $3,300 to be exact. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. So, anybody got any last questions before we terminate the call?
You're right, quick, Wayne. Anita, you have that commission. That would be a great thing to show as well. That commission scale on annuities that we have.
I will make sure that Dwayne gets that to put inside of the Dropbox if he doesn't already have it in there. I'm going to go and look inside the Dropbox and take a look. But I will make sure that he have that to put inside of the Dropbox.
Yes, that's just a quick glance, Dwayne, on commission at your contract level. Just look at, hey, 50,000. Let me look at how much I'm going to receive in commission. It's a quick, like a cheat sheet that we'll make sure you have.
Right.
This is just a little question. You remember the new Excel, that you said yesterday? I looked in the Dropbox this morning. Only the old one is in there. I didn't see the new one.
Okay, and the new one is Fired Up is the passcode for it. So FIREDUP, Fired Up.
So I can send the old one and just update it with the passcode.
Yes, right.
Okay.
It's still exceltesting.com. The new passcode is Fired Up in all caps, and that will give you the discount. And now instead of it being $24.95, it's $19.95 now.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. You're welcome.
And a question on that, if you need an extension on the Excel, will you still get that same discount, or that don't apply for older people?
Okay, sometimes they will give that to you. You just have to give them a call. Okay. There's a number on there because
I believe they give you the extension for free.
Yeah,
that first extension is for free.
The first one is for free?
Yeah, because I called them. I had originally signed up for life and health, and then told them I wanted health only because I already passed life. They gave me a whole new thing. So I said, if I need more time, so I'm always running. They said, well, just give us a call. They give us it's a one-time extension.
Okay,
so 2 more weeks.
So I got to call them versus do it online. Okay, got it.
What is there a certain amount? Because since I already have my license, I didn't have to go through this. Is there a certain amount of time you have to do it? Is that what you're talking about?
I think it's 30 days.
Yes, 30 days.
Right. Okay. They give you a certain amount of time because they want you to hurry up and go ahead and get licensed because, again, no license, no money, except for the way that Dwayne have it set up with HLC, on the referral part. So we want to encourage people to go ahead and come on in here and get that license. I've seen where people have come in here and gotten a license within a week. It just depends on how much time they have to devote to and how determined and how hungry they are to get this license. This license, I look at the license now as a way of being able to get me to $1 million quick. Corporate is not going to do it. Corporate is not going to do it, but that license can definitely do it. So we want people to get licensed really quickly. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
And speaking on the license, and that you bring up a good point, Anithia. Those of you who are going for your license, you may not be licensed now, but you start your training sales. Even when you get licensed, you still want to make sure you get some training sales under your belt. Except now you'll be able to share. There'll be a shared commission, so you'll make more than just a referral. So let's just say, for argument's sake, first of all, I want to congratulate Miss Anjanette Touch. Anjanette Touch she's signing in today. We're doing her personal plan today. She's actually going to be enrolled by Sister Michelle Atia Bay, who'll be signing up today and enrolling Anjanette Touch from PA. But let's just say that Preston Grayson is out of New Jersey. So Preston, we do your personal sale and your training sale with your wife, and now you get licensed next week because you're going for your test on Tuesday. So now you get your license, which is awesome. So the next 6 or 7 training sales, you're going to make more than $125 referral. You'll now be able you'll be a dual agent. So whoever's training you, you'll be the dual agent, and you'll get paid a higher commission because now you get paid a commission through WFG because you're a licensed agent. So let's take an example: $1,000 annualized premium. Let's just say you're going through your training, so you're at 30%. But you're split. Let me back up. Let's say that I trained you, and I'm at 62%. So that's $6,200. There's a 50-50 split on that training sale with you. So now you're making $300 opposed to the $100 referral, and you're making it as a commission now through WFG, paid from WFG. So guys, we want you this month to get your training sales done, get those 10 training sales done, so that you can become a seasoned trainer in our group. I will not allow somebody who don't know what they're doing, even though you're licensed. We're not going to allow you to train other people unless you have been through the system of WFG, because you may be licensed, but you know that other company's method, and you don't know this company's method. So I also want to congratulate Mr. Ernest Faust from Orlando, Florida. Congratulations, Ernest got brought on his first partner who's signing in right now. Congratulations to him. And so many of you guys are signing up people. So if I missed your name right now, I apologize. Just know that as they hit the system, we are big on recognition, and we're going to go hard. And I always say, if you go hard or go home. Well, one last question, Anithya, to you. We have a couple of seeing impaired people. Is there anything, does WFG have anything for people that are seeing impaired?
Or seeing impaired? Well, if as far as coming into the business or being put on as a client, are you talking about in the business?
Actually, both.
Oh, I see. Well, seeing impaired as a client is not a problem because as a client, the company is underwriting health, and being visually impaired has nothing to do with, if they're healthy or not. That's what they're going to be looking at. But as far as visual impaired, I would have to find out more information, or I would have to contact the company to find that information out to see if there's anything in place for a person who's visually impaired. Okay.
Coach P, what you just said? Coach P is a person who's also visually impaired, and but they got devices for visually impaired people. So unmute yourself, Coach, and kind of share what you're doing.
My computer cannot read this stuff, and neither can my CCTV. It's just that the print is just so small that by the time I blow everything up, I'm going like every 2 letters. It's crazy. It's hard for me to really see all this information. By any chance, this stuff that we need to learn as far as the tests are concerned, because I can have the other stuff put in Braille that I need to know. But as far as this test is concerned, is anything on audio?
Okay, so they have, this is Tiffany Simone.
Hi, Tiff.
We can't hear you, Tiff.
We'll double check, but I'm sure that there is something on either Exam FX and the other one that we use. So let us check with that, and then we'll email or give you a call to show you how you can get set up for that. Because they do have audio currently where they have the webinar classes that it's a teacher based and you can log on at any time. But as far as the actual, a lot of this, the information is there and given to you by her talking to you, but there's some stuff that you may not get. So we just need to see. So let me, I'm gonna check into it right now for you and we'll get an answer for you.
Okay, thank you.
I know we also have Miss Ann Jeanette from Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania didn't have, when we went to Department of Education, we were talking with New Jersey Department of Banking and Insurance to see if their state exam has something for visually impaired individuals. So we should also have that answer today for the New Jersey folks. But each state, what state, depending upon what state you're in, you need to contact, you also need the Department of Banking for the state exam to make sure they can accommodate visually impaired individuals. But our worst case for those of you that are there is that you'll still be a referral agent through our HLC. And then what you may want to consider is if we can't get you licensed through the State Department now, what we may consider is getting maybe your daughter, Coach P, or someone in your family licensed, and then you'll work through them. But you'll be able to get paid through HLC for the referral thing based on what I just shared with you.
Okay.
Now,
so Angela, hopefully that answer your question as well. I know we were talking about that earlier. Anybody else have any last questions?
Which state is Coach P in?
She's in Pennsylvania as well.
Pennsylvania, okay. All right. Any questions? Any other questions?
Yes, Derek Smalley.
Hi, Derek.
Yes. Where do you find the study information to take the license, to be licensed? And where do I get my hands also on the video to show to potential partners?
Okay, all right. Well, that's going to be through exceltesting.com, and that is out there in the Dropbox, and that's xceltesting.com. And then when you get in there, you're going to, you want to get life and health license, or it may say life, accident, and sickness. That's also another term for health. So if it says life and health, that's what you want. Or if it says life, accident, and sickness, that's what you want. Now, when you first pull it up, it's going to say add to cart, and it's going to say $199. Go ahead and add that to your cart. But then it's going to come up to where you're able to put in a discount code. You want to put in the word fired up, FIREDUP in all caps. And then once you click on the button to apply the discount, it's going to subtract $179.99, and thereby giving you that training course for $19.95. Okay. A month or so ago, it was $24.95, but now they've dropped it down to $19.95 because we're getting close to convention. And you'll be able to access the testing there to take the test at your leisure, from the comfort of your home. Now, the second question you asked about the video, that video that they're talking about, that they're sending to people, is inside of the Dropbox. It should be titled BPM. There's a video inside of the Dropbox that Dwayne has put together for you guys. That video is inside of there. You can take it, download it, and send it out to people. And that video is the one that I plan to update as well. So a new update is coming very soon.
Also, guys, the text that I sent you guys to sign up that has my MA, it starts at the top of that text. There's a YouTube link. I believe that's also the same video.
All right. Anything else?
Nope, we're good. We're good to go. So, guys, I'll edit this out. I'll edit this playback and send it out to you guys before I get on the road. Kenithia, if you can just send me the new flyer, the things you use for this training today, the PowerPoints, the annuity commission thing. I'm gonna attach that. I'll send that out in the email with the playbacks. I'll include playbacks from 1, 2, and 3. So that you'll have it all in one fingertip, just like it did last night. Everybody should have received playbacks 1, 2, and 3 last night. But the email that will go out today will be all 4 playbacks, including today's. And then again, if you do not have access to the Dropbox, please just shoot me your email, and I will add you and give you access, and you'll be able to access all these trainings that we're talking about. So thank you all for plugging in. Those of you in North Carolina, looking forward to see you guys in a couple of hours. God bless you. Everybody else, we'll look to see you online, live streams tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 for those of you in Texas, and 8:30 for those of you in the West Coast. God bless. Have a great day, everybody. This webinar is officially over.
All right. Bye-bye. Let me leave the meeting, y'all. Wait.